The Bhagavad Gita comprises 700 shlokas in its 18 chapters. Every shloka is replete with meaning and sets us to think. Nevertheless, 10 lessons that we learn are conspicuous by their significance. These are: lesson number 1. The first and most important lesson of Gita is one must perform one's duty to the best of his or her ability. Further, the Lord Almighty says that even though He has everything, even He has to continuously perform His duty. There is nothing that He doesn't have, and though there is no need for Him to do anything, yet He has to perform His duty because the world is moving ahead only on the basis of everyone's duty is fixed, and great people set the example by performing their duty well. Lesson number 2. Nothing should be done under force of one's emotions. Arjun does not want to fight the battle because he becomes emotional. He finds that on both the sides, his own relatives are standing, ready to fight. He fears of the destruction of his entire family due to this battle. But Lord Krishna reminds him of his duty as a Kshatriya to fight the righteous battle. He should not shun his duty. Lesson number 3. Lord explains that inaction is the worst form of human activity. Those who think that all actions are filled with some fault or the other and they should remain inactive are in fact escapists. Lord says that an escapist is a coward who impedes the progress of society. Besides, when you don't perform physically, you don't do anything outwardly, but inwardly you keep on thinking. You keep on thinking of things which you want but you don't have. Your mind keeps on thinking about one thing or the other. You keep on indulging in mental activities, in worrying over not doing anything or anything else. Not performing the duty is another worry that you may be having. Lesson number 4. Attachment results in impairment of focus on performance. Attachment also leads to avoidable emotions. Therefore, it is necessary to perform your duty without attachment to the results of your efforts. Further, when you are attached to the material gains due to your performance, due to your performing the duty, and if the gains are not as per your expectation, you are bound to feel emotionally upset. But if there is no attachment, there is no such problem. Its absence of anxiety for the result also improves your performance. Therefore, perform your duty without any attachment. Lesson number 5. Life is full of ups and downs. Situations keep on changing from moment to moment. If you focus only on the result, then often you will find yourself at a loss to understand what action you must take. You will not be able to adapt yourself to the changed situation. It is like the war general, though working on the planned strategy, must be in a position to change his tactics because the enemy has taken an unforeseen step. But when you focus only on the performance of your duty, it is best of your ability, and that you can change your tactics without problem. Lesson number 6. Hesitation should not have any place in one's life. This very important lesson of life is learned by us with the example of Arjun asking any and every question which comes to his mind, and that too without any hesitation whatsoever. He knows that Krishna himself is the Lord Almighty, Yet he asks any question. In chapter 2, he tells Krishna, "You keep on telling me confusing thoughts which bewilders me. Therefore, what is correct path for me? Please state clearly." Lesson number 7. Don't accept injustice. The war of Kurukshetra took place because Pandavas refused to submit to injustice. Out of sheer emotional attachment to the relatives, Arjuna did not want to fight the battle with his own relatives, because he felt the war will destroy the entire family. He explained to Krishna that even though Duryodhan and Kauravas, out of greed, sheer greed, has gone back from their promise, yet he doesn't want to fight because, after all, they are his own relatives. Lord Krishna reminds him about his duty to fight the righteous war, because to suffer injustice is as bad as to cause injustice to anyone. Fight for your rights is Lord Krishna's advice. Lesson number 8. Lesson number 8 of Bhagavad Gita tells us that desire is our worst enemy. Desire to possess worldly things, if not controlled, becomes insatiable. The abode of desire is inside our own selves. Our senses, our emotions, our mind all harbor desire. It grows with our thoughts about these worldly things. It grows when we become attached to these things, to these possessions. Desire grows like fire. It becomes uncontrollable, and that leads to the downfall of the human being. Lesson number 9. Soul is indestructible. There never was a time when the soul did not exist, nor there will ever be a time when it will cease to exist. Soul only changes the body, just like we change clothes when they are torn, when they become old. Likewise, when the body becomes old and worn out, soul changes the body. This is very important message, because the moment we accept it fully, we do not grieve for those who leave us. Grief or distress about lost friends or relatives does no good to anyone. Instead, one needs to pray for the departed soul, the soul which has just changed the body. Lesson number 10. Whatever good work that you do in this life is never lost. If you cannot achieve the salvation in this life, you will be born again, this time in the family of noble people, and then, due to your past good deeds, you will further the cause. You will carry out still better deeds for the good of society and will come out as a winner. Because Arjun is confused on the question of uncompleted goal of God realization, he feels that if the job is started and it is not completed in this life, then the entire labor is lost forever. Lord clarifies this and he says, no good deed is ever lost.